Oh shoot, I was on mute. Hey y'all. Hey everybody. How are y'all doing today, honey? Hey everybody. Hey cool gamer. I see you back to being the first one to comment. Thank you. Hey y'all. So I just came on. This live is gonna be kind of like a story time slash uh this kind of venting session, okay? It has just been some, as the title states, it's been some crazy stuff going on. And I didn't speak about some of it before, but in this live, I'm going to kind of just tell a few stories here about some of the strange things that have been going on. And it's been just like really violent. And I had a video, well, a couple of it, well, but I'm not going to play the one video I have. It's it because of course YouTube will pop me, girl, pop me, y'all, for violence or something. They'll find some way to pop me, but it's just really in it, but it's strange. So anyway, first of all, welcome everybody. Welcome to the live. I hope everybody is doing well. I have been maintaining I've been very busy, juggling stuff with my family and work and my life, and so on the personal aspect, it's been kind of challenging, but I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I thank you guys for all y'all support. It has meant a lot. And it's up and down. I have my moments, and so this weekend will be really hard, but I think after this weekend, at least for myself, I'll be able to kind of let things sink in after all the, because I've been busy. We had to make arrangements, and then I'm trying to be strong for my parents and my niece and my nephew. So it's been a lot. But once I'm able to like just sit with it, I think that healing will begin. And so I'm kind of bracing myself for that whole thing, because I know like the real healing doesn't begin until after that stuff or the real feelings come in. Hey, Lori. Hey, Mogi. Gang, gang. Yes. So, anyway, y'all, there has been, hey, Miss Denise. Thank you. There has been like a series of things. And so, like, I'm going to speak about 3 incidents in like the last 45 days that have happened around me. And, so I'm just gonna tell y'all about them and then just kind of vent. I'm like, what is going on with the world? Because it just seems it just seems a little off balance to me. And honey, the violent are taking it by force. Let me just say that. Um, so let's just get right into it. First incident. I'm gonna uh so about a month and a half ago, I was at work, okay? Middle of the day, it's around lunchtime, and then all of a sudden I hear somebody scream. I walk out into the hallway, and then there's someone running past me, taking off. And then our police officer, then basically the police officers that work in my facility was running behind them. And you hear this big bang. And then so we're all like, what's going on? What's going on? Gather right in front of the lobby window, and we're standing in the window, honey, and this guy, the guy that was running through the hallway, stands right in front of the window. After he leaves the facility, he turns around, and then he just places a weapon to his head, and bang. That's it. Right in front of us. So at my job, we actually had an active shooter. Now let me go back and tell y'all what happened. That was what I initially seen. And so it happened within a matter of minutes. Everything happened so fast, and we did not know what was going on. So come to find out, we were servicing a client that came from the jail. Okay. And so normal protocol, when a client comes in that's in county custody, the actual sheriff who runs our jail, or the officers that are from the facility actually have to stay with the client, okay? And we have security and we also have our own police, actual police, department for the facility. So we have both. However, when they're in like county custody, it is protocol that the sheriff or the officer is always present, even with our staff. Well, something went wrong with this, honey, because we have this. Hey, Miss Valerie. Hey, Grace. How y'all doing? We have some outside contractor security, and we have this security guard. He's like 75 years old. He's worked for this uh at our facility for many, many years, but he's worked for an outside contractor, but he's been there for years. But he was older and he definitely should not have been guarding no prisoner. So, some kind of way, now this is the story that we got. Some kind of way, the security guard was sitting in the room with the guy, and he, we don't know exactly how, got out of his handcuffs and his shackles, grabbed the security guard's weapon, beat him up, shot him. So the part where when we all stepped in the hallway after we heard the bang, that was him after he had done shot the man. He runs past us with the man's weapon. The police are behind him. He gets outside of the building and then he gives himself a self-inflicted wound. Okay. I was like, what the whole hell just happened? I'm talking about in a state of shock. I was just completely shook up. And because we have these trainings all the time, workplace violence, we have self-defense training. Like, we certify on these things all the time. And you hear about them all the time. You see them on TV. And even during our trainings, I've been doing these trainings for years. Like, you know them, but you don't never think that something that random will happen. Hey, Miss Margot. Um, but yeah, listen, y'all, about a month and a half ago, like no more than 45 days ago. And I'm like, oh my God, I was so shook up. We were all shook up. And so, of course, I work in a big place, and, politics and corporate stuff kind of played into that. So I feel like they kind of swept that under the rug. We got a little debriefing on it, but it was just really strange because that never happens when we servicing clients. I guess what I'm saying is the security guard should have never been left in the room with the guy. And even if he was, how did the man's, they claimed, and he had handcuffs on in the bed, because what we usually do, they'll have shackles on their feet to the bed, right? And then they'll have handcuffs on their arms that's attached to the bed. And like, we have to fight with these people to even service a client. Sometimes a lot of the law enforcement, because they're like, no, we're not taking the shackles and handcuffs off. And we're like, well, can you just take one off, or do stuff like that? So I don't know what went wrong in this situation, but obviously this young man was disturbed. He was like 30 years old, Caucasian man. And listen, he was just this is what I'm saying about just the strangeness of it all, because there was no reason really for him to do all of that. Um, you know what I mean? I guess not, he wanted to get away that bad. But what they said was, what we later found out was, he was only in custody on like a mild probation violation. He wasn't even going to be sent to prison or anything like that. He was just doing a couple, a small jail time for a probation violation, or something like that. It's just strange. So that, honey, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, that knocked my socks off. That just blew my top back. So, needless to say, I'm a little bit on edge. We're all on edge going to work. And it's like, okay, things start to settle down. And like I said, they didn't do a real good job at appeasing us. We had to kind of piece this stuff together ourselves. And it kind of got swept up under the rug, but it definitely opened my eyes, honey. It opened my third eye. So, you just got to do your due diligence. So I'm definitely like, oh yeah, I'm protecting myself. I clearly, protocols are being broken. You know what I'm saying? You can't, I don't know. You just can't put your life in no one else's hands at this time, because people, it's mental illness. It's running rampant. I don't know what's wrong. If it's a moon change, I'm not into astrology and stuff, y'all, and like signs, but some of y'all that are into that kind of thing, hey, Miss Sharice, um, maybe y'all know better than me. You know what I'm saying? That is there like a is it like Venus? I hear people saying stuff like that all the time. Child, I don't know a lot about that kind of stuff. I know, um, you know, I am a believer in God and things like that, and I don't know too much about the moon and the stars and the alignment of all that stuff, but I definitely think I've heard things like that, and I don't think it's too far fetched, honey, because there's something off balance in the atmosphere right now, and it's violent, and the violent are taking it by force, y'all. I don't know if it's just my weird ass luck to have to be, but I'm officially traumatized. I'm telling y'all, I got PTSD just from going about my life and living. Some of the most craziest shit is happening in front of me. And I'm like, this is crazy. So that there happened with the job. So I'm already on edge and already just like blown back. Then and you guys know the situation with my brother. So I lost my brother, and that was I'm still dealing with that. Um but outside from that, one of the other things that I want to tell y'all about, and like I said, y'all, this is just a short story time. I'm just telling y'all these things so y'all can understand where I'm coming from, and I'm also using this as a venting kind of session for me just to spill it out so I don't go crazy in my head because some of this shit it's just disturbing me, and maybe I don't know, but so then y'all, let me tell y'all something else, and this just happened. This just happened. I needed, um, like a fuse for your car, like a fuse for your lights, turn signal lights. You know how when your fuse go out and your turn signal, whatever, stop. So I go into the auto parts store and hey, Fedora, how you doing? Yes, Fedora. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was crazy, girl. I was there. I was there. I didn't come on YouTube and speak about it because of, the doxing and how people um how people on here they try to get into you, and I can't have that really at my job and all that. But I wanted to share that with y'all. But it's past now, so I'll just speak vaguely on it. But yeah, it was very trauma that day. It just started to open up a lot of things that maybe we had not been paying attention to. At least, well, I mean, I call myself being vigilant, but and it also like to me revealed a lot of holes in the security, right? So like I said, as far as me and my house, um and me and how I move out here at work, wherever, I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to make sure because yeah. So the young man, he suicided himself. Hey, Tweety. He suicided himself at my job right in front of us. And I listen, it was so like I said, he was running, he hit the doors. He had made it out. And it's like he hit the doors, and right when he got to hit the parking lot, he just turned around, and we're standing there looking in the door because by this time we done gathered. Everybody's like, "What happened? What happened?" Because we heard a big pop. And like I said, it was just so quick. Go out to the lobby, and we have a big glass window. You can see out the windows, and he hit it, honey. Hey, Valerie, Miss Valerie. Did I say hi to you already? I think I did. Hey, baby, my beautiful moderator, Miss Valerie. Um, hey, Tweety, you working hard? You getting them coins, honey? Me and Tweety be hitting the clock, baby. We be doing the damn thing. We work hard for the money, mm, mm, so hard for the money. Don't we, Tweety? Yeah, chase a check, baby. Anyway, so I'm at the auto parts store, right? And thank you, Shell. Yes, I need all of y'all prayers still because it's still it's a process, okay? And we haven't even gotten past the ceremony yet. That'll be this weekend. Well, tomorrow we're gonna have memorial, and So I'm gonna be preparing to go back, leave and go back home tonight. Oh, you off? Oh, okay. That's why you here on time. Good. I'm off today too, girl. See? I'm off today too. So yeah. I'm off the whole weekend actually. I took I took this whole I took Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off for my brother. So I'll be leaving later on to late tonight, later on to go home, and I'll come back on Monday. Oh, about it was about a month and a half ago, 45 days ago. I talked to V Lenore about it, and I talked to Phi Babe about it and everything. I wanted to come out here and tell you guys, but I was like, no, we talked about it, and I was like, yikes, because it had just happened. And you don't know where people are. I didn't want people to try to put two and two together and figure out my business. Okay. So I kind of just left it alone. But I did talk to them about it, and it was crazy when it happened. And yeah. So it was about 45 days ago. Girl, all this stuff happened within the last month and a half. That's why I'm saying I don't understand. I'm traumatized, literally. Like all this violent shit keeps happening in front of me, and it's all this gun violence. I'm like, I'm not even no violent person. What the hell is going on? And people are getting so mad for no reason. They're taking people's lives right in front of my face, and it's just sickening. Hey, Miss California girl, how you doing? Thank you. I thank you for your prayers and girl, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's been busy. You know how when something happens, you got to make arrangements and all this stuff and everything's so new. So we're finally kind of settling down. And I would suppose that after Sunday, because like I'm my daughter's oldest child. And so I had a big responsibility in this. And so I've been busy, I've been busy, I've been busy. Oh, you caught the end of the story? Oh, well, basically what I was saying real quick about well, wait, Tweety, I'll go back. Y'all know how I jump around. I don't want to act so scatterbrained. I'm even more scatterbrained now because I ain't lying, y'all. I know I'm being a little, as far as commentary sake, like, a kiki, but not really. Because this shit is crazy. And Mogi said that it's not retrograde yet. Let's see. Hey, something's going on. I don't know. Anybody who follows that kind of stuff, maybe y'all know better than me, child. But something funky, something ain't clean in the buttermilk. People's minds is going crazy. They sick. Hey, barn dog, how you doing? So anyway, yeah. So Tweety, y'all. So this is what happened. About a month and a half ago at my job, we are servicing a client that came from the county, our local county jail. And some kind of way, now it is protocol and it is policy and procedure at my job that if any inmates or anyone that's in custody is being serviced, that the actual sheriff office, the sheriff that brought them in, they're in their custody. So they are to be present. And so yeah, but at my facility, we have our own police department, right? And we also have contracted security officers. Well, we had this man, um, he's about 30 minutes, 30 minutes, I mean, not 30 minutes, Lord Jesus. He's about 75 years old. He's been there for a long time. But at this point, he was so old, he could walk and everything, but you could tell he was an elderly man. All he should have been doing was sitting at the front desk passing out the mass, okay? And that's just the honest to God's truth. I was just so shocked how all this turned out. But anyway, obviously, some kind of way against protocol, he was left guarding this prisoner in the room, right? And the prisoner, some kind of way, now, mind you, I work there and they still have not officially explained this. They use the whole jargon about privacy and it's under investigation and blah, blah, blah. So they're not being very forthcoming, in my opinion. So, that kind of raised my eyebrows. It made me kind of feel really unsafe after that. And like I said, I'm just hyper vigilant about my security at work now. Okay. If you got to take shit in your own hands, sometimes you just got to take shit in your own hands. but I'm gonna try to protect myself because this just it highlighted a lot of holes, gaps in our security system at work. Okay, because like I said, some kind of way the man overpowered the security guard in the room. Mind you, don't forget he's 75 years old, and the guy was 30 years old, 30, 31. All of a sudden, so anyway, I'm at work. All of a sudden, we hear this big bang, and then it's like boom, 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 boom. Then so we step out into the hallway, like, what is that? And when we step out into the hallway, this guy runs past us. Pew! He still got a gown on. He run past us real fast. Then right after that, you see the other security guards or police officer, whatever, running the way he just came. And we're like, what in the world just happened? So we all gather, walk out of the hallway, and then you can enter into the waiting room receptionist area. Once you get to that, the guy had done hit the front door. Boom, the door's open. He flies out the door. A little bit after, a few seconds. All of this is within like real fast, y'all. A few seconds later, the security guards runs out there. The man, so we're standing in the, me and some coworkers, we're standing in the window, glass window. You can see straight outside to the parking lot. You see him run out the door. He gets to the parking lot, y'all. He turns around to face us, and then he takes the weapon that he got from the security guard that he just had beat up in the room. Now, mind you, doing all this, the security guard is in the room, shot and bleeding from his head because the man had also beat him all about the head and attacked him, basically. Now, mind you, we still don't know how he got these cuffs off because the reports came out, and we heard a lot of this on the news. Like I told you, our job wasn't very forthcoming with information. Okay, they said that his because I was thinking like why he didn't have who unhooked, like why he didn't have handcuffs and shackles on. Well, they're saying he did, and I don't know if that's just a cover up, but some kind of way his shackles, his handcuffs and his shackles were on the room, in the room, on the floor next to the security guard's body. Okay. And yeah. Anyway, and so he committed suicide right in front of us after shooting the other guy right in the facility. I was shooketh. Like I just, oh man. And y'all know, y'all listen, y'all like my second family. I wanted to come and tell y'all. Okay, Mogi, you clocked in? Okay. That's right, Miss Valerie. People are crazy. Almost scared to go grocery shopping. Girl, now that brings us to the next incident, okay? This one that just happened. I need a fuse for my light. I tell my husband, my turn signal went off. Okay, babe, just stop and get this kind of boop boop fuse or whatever. I'm at work. You come off work. I'll change the fuse. The fuse. Okay, cool. Okay. Go into the I go into the auto parts store. Now, mind you, you know how it is these days. Everybody's on edge. Ever since the pandemic, people have been short tempered, especially as far as customer service things, whether it be the workers in the place or the customers. Everybody's short tempered. The patience is low, and it's people getting into it. Oh, why you ain't taking me fast enough? I'm just trying to get this. You skipped over me. I've been waiting this long. That's all kind of stuff I hear. Y'all know I shop all the time, so I hear these kind of things. I try to refrain. Listen, I ain't bumping up against nobody. I don't care. Like I'm not arguing with you over a space in line. I can just go after you. By all means, just go. It's not that serious. So that's how I try to be, but I'll be seeing some crazy shit. But it ain't never went this far. So as I'm getting the fuse, I go to come towards the cash register, and I see that there's a lady and her mother uh right by the cash register area, and there's an argument breaking out between one of the cashiers and the lady and her mother. And they're saying something like, well, I was here, something, I'm assuming it was about them waiting so long in line or the cash. And so the cash register lady said, the cash register lady. Listen, all this happened so fast too because I was in the back of the store, and by the time I walked up to him, by the time I get up there, the shit was already in the thick of it. It was like, and so the cashier, I heard the cashier say, whatever, and your mom was a stupid bitch. And your mom was a stupid bitch. This is what they, but she's standing like right in the break, right behind the counter, but right, you know, on the edge. And the girl says, come from, oh, what you mean? Come from, she told her, come from behind that counter and call my mama a stupid bitch. Blah, blah, blah. So the cashier girl starts to come from behind the counter, but she only gets to the edge of the counter, right? And so the other girl approaches her. And that, so since she's coming from behind the counter, the girl walks up to where she's at and they just start fighting. They just start fighting. And the girl, hey, Sagittarius Queen, hey, boo. The girl who was the customer, when I tell y'all, she whooped the girl's tail pretty good. But it was just a fight. Like it was hands, right? And I was like, I was standing there like, oh my God. I thought my eyes was bucked like that guy on my thumbnail. My eyes was bucked from that. Now, because mind y'all understand, I'm already traumatized from the shit that happened at work. Okay. Then I had this whole thing with my brother, mainly because it was such a shock and that we didn't know where he was for a while. And then the way we found it was just, yes, California girl, I'm going to seek out some therapy. I've been to therapy before. I am a huge proponent of therapy just to vent. I'm going to get some professional therapy. And now that I have you guys, this is also quite therapeutic. It doesn't take the place. I don't know, would never. I'm not trying to imply that this has any professional value or it takes the place of professional. I'm talking about doing both. Having this for my personal, you know what I'm saying? Venting, and I can, use this as an outlet, but definitely. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I do. Just a little bit, not long. I don't think long term, but because this shit is blowing me. It really is. So anyway, they're fighting. Wow, 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 wow. The other girl gets the cashier lady down on the ground. The fight lasts about 90 seconds, okay? A minute and a half tops. Bam, 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 bam. The girl lets the cashier lady go. The cashier lady get up, and the girl said, "Now, bitch, something. Watch your mouth, bitch, or something." She gets up. She let the girl go. She say, "Watch your mouth, bitch." She turns to leave. Okay. Soon as she turns to leave, the cashier comes. She got up because what she did was she got up and she went directly behind the counter. When the girl turned around to leave, she shot her. She shot her, y'all, right in the middle of the store. Someone was in there recording at the time. I have the video. I wish I could show it to y'all because I know y'all probably are like, what? Coupon, are you pulling our leg? I'm not lying. I had the video. And if I wasn't scared that YouTube would pop me and give me a community strike, I would play it. I have it. I'm dead ass serious, Tweety. I saw, girl. Yes. Yep. And somebody was recording. It happened so fast. Obviously, they were arguing in the front of the store. And you know how people are with social media times now or with these phones. Someone was recording it. It was a guy that was in the store uh, recording it. And so I guess because, when people start arguing, I guess people start turning these cameras on now. I'm sure they did. He didn't anticipate. He was shocked too. He didn't anticipate that was going to happen. He thought he was going to get him a juicy argument or a juicy fight, and then he ends up recording the whole crime. And then, y'all, I'm standing there. My eyes is bucked. I'm just standing there like, you have what the? And she only shot once. It ain't like she was spraying gunfire or nothing. It was very targeted. She turned around. She got up off the ground. Oh, and then she shot her. And then, so the girl went down, and then she walked back over to the counter, put the gun down, and started saying, "Why did you do this to me? Why did you do this to me?" She said it like 5 times to the girl that she shot. A crime, a murder. Yes. You know what? I probably could play it on the members only live, but I'll have to. I wouldn't. I can't keep it up because YouTube. They'll. I think they strike a members only too. They. I know they copyright strike them for music. But if any of y'all want to, y'all can just put it in the chat. I will show y'all, but I'll run it live on the members only, and then. But you're gonna have to be there at the moment I run it. Because then I'm not gonna keep it up. But it was the weirdest. It was the weirdest shit. It's just very violent. Here, you need it back. Um, am I getting a Patreon? I need to. Um, maybe she cheated on her. They didn't know each other, Miss Valerie. It was the cashier and a customer. No, they were arguing about some customer service shit. They don't know each other. They didn't know each other. The girl felt like the cashier was getting smart with them or something. Or I guess her mother may have said something. Now the girl was grown, but she was with her mother. I didn't catch the beginning of the argument, y'all. So I can't really say what the beginning of it was. When I walked around, and obviously that's when people felt like it was getting serious. So that's when you start hearing the noise. So I come across I just I come around the thing and they're saying, oh whatever. And so she's like, your mama's a bitch or something. And she said, come from behind that counter come from behind that counter and call my mama a stupid bitch. Come from behind that counter and call my mama a stupid bitch. So the cashier lady starts to come from behind the counter. So when she gets almost from behind the counter, the other girl walks up on her and bops. They start fighting. And they're fighting. They're on the ground. Whoop, whoop, whoop. The daughter is molly-whopping. I'm talking about molly-whopping the cashier. But again, it's still just a fight. They were only using fists. There was no reason to bring in no firearm. There was no reason to shoot nobody over a fight. You know what I'm saying? If you got all that mouth, when you writing checks, your ass need to be able to cash them. And if you can't, you just get beat up. There's no reason to kill nobody because you got beat up. Not in a fist fight. I mean, that's the way I was raised, y'all. I mean, a fist fight. We were raised to fight with our hands, and that's it. All that's going to happen is you gonna kick some ass, or somebody's gonna kick your ass. Simple. But you get up, you go home, and you know what I'm saying, and you live on. Shit. What? If everybody got killed after somebody whooped their ass, everybody would be dead. Because we grew up fighting and scrapping. It's just a fight. It's just a fight. These people on motherfucking demon time out here now. So y'all just be careful. And like California girl said, honey, I'm taking your advice on that. I'm gonna get me a little trauma counseling. Cause this shit is blowing me. And I've seen it all my life of living. No, Miss Margot says, I'm in the Mama Cynthia says, hey Miss Margot Love, I'm in the store peeping in. Hey Mama Cynthia. The devil have control over so many people. That's why I pray all day, every day for protection over me and my family. That's right. Live to fight another day. Shell says, hey, season of the witch. Hey, babe. Right. You win some and you lose some. Absolutely. Period. You win some and you lose some. But anyway, I take it the girl, she was in such shock of them paws that got put on her. Cause she did beat her up. She beat her up. But and then why you got the gun at the auto parts store? Like I live in an open carry now. Like we have open carry. You don't have to have a gun permit. They just changed all these laws and shit, the gun laws and shit like that. But most jobs and most workplaces are, unless you the armed security, like even after the shit that happened at my job, they haven't changed the policy to where they openly let us carry weapons at work. That's why we got security. But even with that, I would say I'm always protect myself. Like if it's between me losing my job and losing my life, I'm gonna lose my job. But I'm not gonna be running around here. Um, the lady is in critical condition. They don't know if she's gonna make it or not. She ended up getting shot in the back, but she would have gotten shot in her front area, in her chest or her face or something, because the only reason that it caught her in the back was because when they both broke apart from each other, when she got up, she let the girl go. The girl ran to go behind the counter and she turned. When the girl raised the gun, she was just turning to leave. She was leaving she was trying to leave out the store after they got into the fight. I guess she was like, shit. I mean, we just fought and she was just getting up to leave. It was over with, is what it looked like to me. I wave to apologize when I get cut off in traffic. Not today, praise God. Right. It's not that, like, a lot of that stuff is not that serious to me. I'm not like, okay. But anyway, y'all, so yeah, she and I felt, listen, y'all, I felt bad even getting the video because it happened, and the guy who was recording it was like, we was all standing there. I left my fuses too. Now the guy that was standing there, I didn't even get the fuse for my thing. I went home and told my husband he need to go to other auto store and get it. Okay. I left my shit. But the rest of the people in line, what they all just kept their stuff and just, we when we end up leaving out and going on to the outside of the store, the manager's like, y'all need to leave. While the girl was laying in there, call 911. Everybody was calling 911, and then they told us to stand, leave, basically stand on the outside of the store. And when we got to the outside of the store, the guy was like, man, I got the video. I got the video. He done got his battery. He had a whole damn battery, y'all. A whole battery. He gonna be like, they traumatized me, and their cashier then came out with a gun and traumatized us. I feel like the least that they do, they owe me a battery. I was like, really? Honey, people are crazy, ain't they? So it was a couple of people that felt like, because of the inconvenience of being traumatized by that situation, that they felt like they were entitled to their items for free. Child, I left my shit. I just said, fuck, I know, forget the thing. And I guess I very well could, but I'm not doing that. I believe in karma, and nah, because I don't believe. I mean, it wasn't right. I didn't pay for it. You didn't pay for your battery. But to each his own. If they're not convicted by it, maybe it don't bother them. But stuff like that would convict me because I'm not no thief. Okay, I would have much rather just pay for my fuses and not had to be no witness to no damn crime. Okay, and they had it on video. So when we stepped outside, they were saying, da, da, da. But baby, listen, I was back in my car pulling out of the parking lot by the time the police uh got out. And because they'll start, listen, my nosy ass, I had y'all, and guess what? The second story I'm gonna tell y'all about happened about right when it started to get warm. Okay. And this is what broke my nosy ass from being nosy, always wanting to look and see what's going on, right? When you see something happen. Because I almost got caught up this time, y'all. So coupon, I done been broke from that shit. So I knew when it was time to go. And listen, the guy that took the battery, can y'all believe he had the stolen battery? Well, he didn't consider it stolen. And the other man who had hey, Mr. Mita, how you doing? Yeah, it is crazy. So listen, I'm praying for her family. Um, I'm praying for her family because she didn't the last report was she was in critical condition. So hopefully she makes it. We got a good trauma team, y'all. We got a good trauma team here. So if it's in God's will, I hope she make it. But yeah, witness to attempted murder. Yeah, hopefully the girl don't die. And yeah, I can't believe that child decided to do that. Okay. Oh, thank you, Demita. Thank you for the cash app. Thank you. All donations are appreciated. Thank you, babe. Yes, she's in jail. Her butt's in jail. and she ain't got no job. I don't. I guess I wonder if she gonna try to I don't know. I guess she's thinking it was self defense. Cause listen, y'all, after she did it, she just placed the gun. She just put the gun. That's why we was standing there in shock, and that's why everybody didn't take off running, was because it happened so quick. It was just one pop. She just raised the gun and was like pop, and then put the gun down and started saying, "Why you do this to me? Why did you do this to me? Why did she do that to you? You just shot this girl in her back." People have lost their motherfucking mind. Okay? They have lost their freaking marbles. Yep, she will claim self-defense. Girl, my job didn't want us to talk about it. Therapy or counseling. Hell no. They want to act like it didn't happen. They did the normal political mumbo jumbo, legal, made a statement, a blanket statement saying that the incident is they're withholding any further comments because the incident is under investigation. They have scheduled everybody to go through more it's a training that we do. It's called evade training, and it encompasses workplace violence, active shooter, and self-defense. So I guess their cure for that is that they're going to make sure that they get everybody's signed signature saying that they had these trainings, and then that's going to legally cover their ass. And that's just the honest to God's truth. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. So what I'm really saying is, honey, whether you're in the supermarket, at the auto parts store, at work, these people are on demon time, and you have to be prepared to protect yourself. Because that never should have happened at my job. It never should have even been an opportunity for that man to get his hands on that man's gun. His hands were supposed to be handcuffed, and his feet were supposed to be shackled at all times. He was in county jail custody. You know, Miss Valerie says, I'm not as nosy as I used to be either. My eyes have witnessed too much. I don't talk shit anymore when I'm out. Yeah, I know, right? I be like, honey, my husband has like, he be trying to act road rages in the car. I be like, just calm down, honey. Just calm down. It's not that serious. It ain't that serious. Even if they cut us off, listen, they didn't. We made it. Fuck all that. And it ain't about being scared or to being no punk, because we can defend ourselves. We know we're not scared and all this and all that, but it's just not worth it anymore. The lady was leaving the store. There's no way she can do stuff. Exactly. But that's what she was acting like. That's what she was acting like. Like she was justified. She just stood there and she started saying, "Why did you do this to me? Why did you do this to me?" But anyway, like I said, y'all, I I fled the scene. The ambulance pulled in, the police officers pulled in, they got out, they went directly into the store. From previous experiences, and I'm gonna tell y'all this story, and y'all know why I'm saying this. From previous experience, I know when it's time to go. Okay. I hopped in my mobile, and I was pretty cause stolen battery guy. Okay, he's standing there with, listen, he ain't even put the battery in the car, y'all. I was rolling. He was kind of in shock too. He had the footage because he must have, like, I don't know, he must have been there in the beginning in the line and seen the beginning argument. So once it started, as I was coming around the thing, that's when he turned on his camera, because I guess he figured he was about to get some um some good stuff. So he started recording. And I figured, shit, he got it on recording. And plus, we're in the auto parts store. I think, don't they got CCTV or whatever, closed caption TV? They should have security footage in their store. So they didn't need my testimony. They didn't need my testimony, honey. And listen, I used to be the one always ready, trying to help people, always checking to see what's going on here and there. And yeah, but I learned from that. Baby, I learned from that. Hmm. You said not mobile, mobile. Yes, baby. And I hit it. I was gone. Pew. Because listen, this other incident, child, I bet y'all this is a lot. This is why I'm saying I'm traumatized because it's kind of indirect. Now, my brother passing, that was another thing of death, but it's just so much. Not only is it the death, but it's the violence as well. And then my brother passing on top of this stuff that I've been seeing just didn't do anything for my mind, right? My mind always already was kind of scattered. And like I said, I didn't come out and tell y'all this stuff as far as my job and stuff because of the weirdos on here and the doc, all that stuff. So I just didn't want that out there and people be able to link it or whatever. But at this point, it's cool. So much stuff has happened. This shit happen every day. There's been like 15, 20 more incidents of workplace violence that I've seen just randomly. And I don't even watch the news. So it's probably more than what I've even seen. So there. But so this next one. Now, the lady, the guy at my job, there was two people, there were two deaths at my job. The security guard, he he died from his wounds, and the guy who actually shot him, the prisoner, he suicided himself in front of us. So there were two lives lost in that incident. That incident at the auto parts store, the lady, it just happened. Okay, so as of last night, yesterday, she was in critical condition. So I don't know if she has passed or not. And I'm not working today, so I can't even check. I'm sure she's at our trauma center. Um, and let me see. Oh, so then right now before this incident, in between the work and the auto parts store, I'm going to one of my neighborhood market, driving down the street. All of a sudden, you know how you see a car, this one car cuts off this other car and you hear the honk, 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 and then you look, you know how you looking, and somebody and the one guy is saying to another guy something, "Ah, ah, ah," something like look like they cussing each other out, right? Well, they pull, the first car pulls into the market like he's going into the market to the parking lot. The other car goes behind them. I go in, I pull behind them. I pull into my parking space, I don't know if I grabbed my phone or whatever, but I'm looking down, getting my stuff together. And so I just get out when I get my stuff, I get out the car. When I get out the car, I look as I'm walking towards the door in one of the aisles of the parking lot, the guys are fighting. It's an older man that was in the car when we were turning in, and the younger guy. Younger guy said that the older guy cut him off, okay, before we were turning in. So they're fighting. Pop, 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 pop. The older guy is actually getting the best of the younger guy. When I say younger, he was like between 20 and 25, no more than 25. The older man looked like he was maybe in his early 50s. Okay, he's beating the little boy up. So apparently, what had happened was they both pulled into parking space. The older man got the car to go in the store. The younger guy jumped out. Motherfucker, why you cut me out? Woo! Then they got to fight. Okay, the older man was like, "Man, you need to go," after he dumped him on his head. He's like, "Man, go on." The younger guy jumped up, ran back to his car, and so the older man turned around to go on into the store after again a fist fight. Okay, y'all, all this shit happened so fast. Why did the younger boy go to his car, grab a gun, come back, walk up on the guy, and shoot him in his kneecaps? He purposely aimed the gun at the man's kneecaps. Pop, pop. The old man collapsed right about 10 feet in front of me as we're going into the market. He pops him, pop, pop, run back to his car, speed out of the parking lot. I said, "You have got to be shitting me." So he falls down to the ground. I'm like, "Oh my God, oh my God." So you know me, I grab his legs, his leg. Now, mind you, he falls to the ground and his legs fall in a okay, well, like if you were sitting Indian style, but not with your legs crossed, with them basically your feet touching each other and your legs flapped out, right? Because his knees, he then shot him in the kneecap. So his feet, his legs went down and they kind of collapsed open, right? And he said, "Oh man," he's hollering, "Oh my God, he just shot, he just shot me in my knees. Oh my God, my knees, my knees, my knees." Somebody holler, "Call 911, call 911." So this lady that they had just pulled in, she hops out and she got some towels. So I said, "Give me the towels," because his knees are bleeding. And so I get down there, I take the towel to try to, put it like tourniquet on the knee, so to put pressure on it to stop the bleeding until the ambulance gets there. And he's like, um, and he's like, "Oh my God, oh my God." I'm like, "Just calm down, just calm down. Don't panic." I'm tying the towel around his well, that's see, that's the problem, Tweety. They got beat up in both of these cases. The older man actually beat the younger boy up. They can't take an ass whooping, is what it is. But the younger boy is the one who started the fight. He jumped on the older gentleman. The older gentleman, he wasn't trying to, being no, he wasn't trying to be physical with this young man. The guy got mad because whatever they had said to each other in traffic, I guess. And he got out and thought he was going to jump on the older man, but the older man actually got the best of him. But even still, taking an ass whooping is not a reason to be running around shooting people. It's crazy. But yeah. So anyway, I tied his legs and everything, and the police pull up, the ambulance, they pull up. I'm down there holding the pressure on his legs with these towels, right? And so the police come, the ambulance come. I'm still holding the thing. Finally, the ambulance, they get out, they looking at him, they're like, "Okay, we got it." I step back. By the time I step back, y'all, mind, so the police done they're in the parking lot. The ambulance is standing right where we at. My nosy ass, always trying to help somebody ass. When I look up, do y'all know? Now, mind you, this is a predominantly black area, predominantly black market. So y'all know how black folks get down, honey. When the police come, they get ghosts. Why do I look up and the whole goddamn parking lot? By the time my ass look up, the whole parking lot is empty. Everybody, once the police, everybody was around at first. It was a bunch of people out there. When I look up, everybody's gone. My car, it's a few cars in the parking lot, mine being one of them. But when I also look around, because I was close so parked to the man who got shot, because his door was still wide, his door was still open. Why had the police, y'all, done put not red tape, that yellow caution tape around my car and the other guy's car? I look up, I'm like, "Oh my God." So I'm like, shit. So I mosey back to my car because I ain't gonna go in the market now. I'm like, fuck, let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. Y'all, but I was just a little bit too late because I'm looking at the police officer. I'm like, I'm looking, he looking at me. I go, I go to walk towards my car. First, they wasn't saying. I'm like, "Oh, I'm thinking I'm gonna get in the car." I see the yellow tape though, and I'm like, "Damn, y'all!" As soon as I hit my door, why that police officer do a beeline and say, excuse me, I'm gonna have to ask you some questions." I'm like, "Ask me some questions. I don't have nothing to do with it. This, that, and the third." And he's like, "Well, we got a report of a white car." Now, mind y'all, this what my nosy ass did. Well, because it happened so fast. The guy the young guy who shot the man was in the same kind of car that I had. I have a white car. He had a white car, same make and everything. I don't know if it was the same year, but it was the same thing. And so when they got the thing, yeah, it was a white car. And then people are telling him that as people were leaving, "Oh, it was a guy in a white car. He left." But my white car, which is the same description, was sitting right there. Even though it just seemed weird to me. Like, now, they didn't say it was a woman and they didn't say it was me. But in that moment, when the police are trying to and everything's happening, girl. So I'm like, "What?" I said, "I can't leave." He said, "No, we're doing an investigation, da, 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 and we're gonna need to talk to you." I said, "I don't know nothing. I just tried to help the man." "Oh, well, you're gonna have to wait." "I'm gonna have to wait where?" Then they told me that I need to come and sit in the police car. Oh, I started freaking out. I said, I don't know nothing. Well, you might be a witness. I said, well, I didn't witness anything. I don't have no statement. He was like, well, just tell us what you know, right? And I'll bring you a report or something. But here, sit in the back of the car. Now, y'all, I'm looking like, why the fuck are you gonna put me in the back of your police car and I'm just a witness? Or if you saying I'm just a witness or whatever, right? I knew the shit was looking sketchy right then. But at this point, what could I do? He was basically telling me that I couldn't leave. And of course, with that, all my Fourth Amendment rights, and all that shit went out the window because I'm nervous. I couldn't think of the right things to say, like, "Am I being detained?" and all that smooth shit. All of that left my mind, and I was just thinking, my husband's gonna kill me. He gonna be like, "You was being nosy, a motherfucker again," and that's what you get. So I got my phone. Then the man. So as I'm getting in the car, I said, "Fine." So I'm not gonna resist, right? I said, "Cool." They'll just give me the piece of paper. I'll write down that I don't know anything, that I just try to help the man. Boom. I'll give it to him. I'll be gone. I can understand that they doing their investigation. They don't know what's going on. Um, they don't know what's going on or whatever. So I'm not gonna panic. I'm gonna just roll with it. Soon as he opens the door, and then it starts raining, y'all. So I'm standing there in the rain. Then he opens the door of his car, the back door of the police car, and said, "Now, mind y'all, by this time, the news, our local news station, done made it to the area. Okay, they got a notification of a live shooting at the market. The police there, everybody in the neighborhood, across the street, done stopped their cars, done came out their house. They looking. I'm like, oh my god." So then he tell me that he needs my phone. I can't, for some kind of reason, but for some kind of reason, he need my phone. And I'm like, why? I'm not under arrest. I was like, I didn't do anything. I'm not under arrest. Um, but really in the back of my head, I'm freaking out because I'm thinking, and it wasn't, I'm thinking my husband. Um, so I'm like, he says I got to give him my phone. So when he told me I couldn't have my phone, I said, oh Lord, I'm thinking I'm going to accidentally go to jail or whatever. And then I'm thinking about, like on them cop show on the first 48 and stuff. It take them a while to figure out you ain't involved. And I'm thinking I'm just going to the market to get some ginger ale. And am I gonna end up downtown in an interrogation room? And you know how long it take them to figure out the truth? Child, I was like, so I said, no, no, no. I said, well, can I call my husband before? Yes, he said, you can call him. Go ahead and make it quick. Now it's starting to pour down raining too, right? And so I dialed my husband's number, right? He says hello. I said, come to the market. Real quick. I said, come to the market. I'm in the police car. What you in the police car for? I said, I can't talk. Just come up here. And he was like, come up here. I'm like, yeah, call everybody. He was, listen, y'all. I was freaking out. He was like, call everybody. I meant, like, you know what I'm saying? Get the whole, come on now. My kids, I don't know what the hell I wanted. I said, and so because the cop was getting ready to take my phone, but I'm like, get up here. Now, so they don't know anything. He just knows that I called him telling him that I'm in the back of a police car and get up to the market. And so I sat there, and at first, so he gave me the witness statement, right? After I sat in this car for 45 minutes, right? I had done wrote on the paper, basically, I seen the man, he fell, and I just tried to help him after the fact. I don't know what happened before because I didn't determine I wasn't gonna do that. But girl, y'all, the longer I sat there, the madder I got. Then I got kind of emboldened, right? Once I started, I'm like, they can't do nothing to me. Now I started to calm down. I'm like, I didn't do. I said, man, this is crazy. I'm not. Listen, I ain't helping no more. I ain't doing. I'm gonna keep it the fuck moving. And when the police is coming on the scene, I'm gone with everybody else. I don't know how I looked up and looked around and everybody gone. They knew. They left my ass sitting out there. And uh so then I had done decided, no, fuck that. I ain't making no statement. If y'all treating me like hey, her daughter, girl, I done told some crazy stories in here, her daughter. You gonna have to pawn the replay to go back to the beginning, honey. and listen to this crazy shit that's been happening to me. Well, I mean, you can hear the rest, but it was some other stuff I said in the beginning that is crazy, child. Which is why I'm going crazy right now. Is it normal to see people getting shot? Keep on, you got something on you, girl. No, it is not normal. No, it's not. And I'm listen. I don't run in bad places. I don't run in. I don't run in. I don't know. Listen, and it's not me. I'm not out here starting shit. This is other people's shit. But anyway, y'all, let me end that story. I was so by that time, after 45 minutes then went by, now I'm mad. I'm pissed. And I got a little bit more emboldened. I got a chance to like be like, okay, they can't do shit to me. So now I'm getting indignant. Y'all, why I wrote 2 sentences on there when I first got in the car. I was gonna give them that little statement. But then I tore that motherfucking piece of paper up. I said, oh no, fuck that. When he come back to he gonna let me out this fucking car. Cause I remembered now, y'all. I remembered to say, am I being detained? I couldn't remember that shit for shit in the beginning when he was putting me in that police car. Cause if I did remember it, I probably wouldn't have got in the car. You know what I'm saying? Because he would have said, no, you're not being detained. And I would have said, okay, I'm leaving. I don't have no statement. But he shook me up. So I wasn't sure. My mind went blank, y'all. Plus, after seeing the man get shot in his kneecaps, it was just like, it was crazy. Girl, yeah. So I'm just telling the story. This man got shot in his kneecaps in front of me at the market. 45 days ago, we had an active shooter at my job. A man shot our security guard and then committed suicide right in front of us. Her daughter. I'm just catching you up a little bit. The whole story you can see you can see the you can go back and get the full story. Then just recently at the auto parts store trying to get a fuse for my turn signal so my husband could put it in my car. A lady gets into a fight with the cashier right in front of us. The cashier gets beat up, right? But it wasn't nothing but like a 60 to 90 a minute and a half fight. It might not have been that long. You know, y'all know shit goes fast. But she did get a little butt whooped because they were arguing at first. And then when the fight broke up and the lady that was fighting her let her go, got up and turned her back to leave. The cashier grabbed a gun from behind the counter and shot her in her back. Yeah, y'all. So it was the man with his knees. So anyway, I tore the piece of paper up, and when he came back and said, "Do you got to say?" I said, "No. Since y'all treating me like a criminal, I'm not giving no witness statement, and y'all trying to say y'all treating me like a suspect too. I don't have nothing to say. Am I being detained?" I took me a whole 45 minutes to remember to say that shit. Soon as I hit him with the "Am I being detained?" he let me go. I said, well, shit, I should have said that 45 motherfucking minutes ago. Now, by that time, I'm looking out the window, y'all. Now, mind you, where his police car is, they got the yellow tape around all that stuff. My car is in the yellow tape grid, the man's car, the police car, and, you know, but on the outside of that, I could look outside the window and see that my husband had pulled up, my daughter had pulled up, my son had pulled up, and they're all standing across the street. The news people was out there. They're all said they confused. Like, did my mom? You know, I know they're thinking like my daughter was like she was thinking, did my mom shoot the man in his knees? Like, what the hell would she be doing in the car? Child, and my husband standing there, and I could see on his face. I know he was thinking through his head, this nosy ass lady. I guarantee, what the hell is she done got into now? He's thinking. I told her to keep it moving, keep it moving. So anyway, y'all, I got out of that. You got to know the magic words. Yeah, I can't make this shit up. Do Jesus. Yeah. I didn't remember the magic words. So that took like 45 minutes to an hour off my life fooling around with the police. And oh yeah, the pull up gang. Oh yeah, they pulled down. Because when I was on the phone, I told them, I said, come down to the market. I'm getting they put me in the police car. Call everybody. Call the NAACP. But as I was sitting in the car, I swear I was thinking, lady, saying to myself, lady, you this is so unnecessary. Okay? Okay, leave these crazy people alone. And I had ever since the whole knee incident. I listen, I just been keeping it moving. I didn't get involved or try to do nothing in the store, in the auto store. That happened right in front of me. I didn't have nothing to do with that. Had I foreseen it, I would have left beforehand because I learned my lesson. That's why after it happened and they moved us, the manager was like, y'all need to get on the outside of the store. I put my fuses down. Now, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm not gonna pretend like, I ain't a little inquisitive because I is a little nosy. Okay. So once things was secure and we got on the outside of the store, I figured it wouldn't hurt, to talk because I didn't see the whole beginning and just to get a feel for what everybody else was thinking because I was really in shock. I was in shock. But baby, I snapped right out of that shock. Soon when once I heard that wee 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 ambulance pulling and police got in there, they went soon as they went in the store. I hopped in my mobile, pew, and got up through. Oh yeah, I said call everybody. Call the NAACP. Oh my God. Yes. Call Black Lives Matter. Yes. Yeah, yeah, I'm laughing now. It was kind of scary before. Yeah. But that's a prime example how you can get caught up. You can get caught up being freaking nosy. Being freaking nosy. And this is a day and age you got to keep your head tucked, okay? You got to keep your head tucked and mind your own business. That's a shame. That's a shame. Hey, December baby, how you doing, boo? What? Yes. Hey, so Miss Valerie, congratulations on your move, baby. Are you all the way settled in? I know you're loving your home. Y'all, Miss Valerie, I think y'all remember she told us she was moving, packing and stuff over the last few months. So congratulations, Miss Valerie. Miss Margot said coupon doing a live in the center of the jail. I be crying, y'all. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Yeah. So anyway, so even though that one, my nosiness got the best. Well, I get I don't know because I kind of feel like I was helping the man, but I know better. I know protocol, baby. I'm a black woman. I know. I knew to get up and be gone. Soon as them ambulance hit the thing, I was supposed to exit the premises and go on. But I was still down there, talking to him and da 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 da. And the ambulance lady was like, "Woo!" And I'm like, "I put pressure on it already. I did this, I did that." When in reality, what I should have did was just got the freak up. Ooh, I know that's right, girl. I worked yesterday. I got the week. I have a few. I got a little while off too, but this is my weekend to work. So I guess we're on opposite weekends, December baby. But I work this weekend, but I'm off because my brothers. I took my bereavement in a couple extra days, so I'll be off. I don't go back to work unless I pick up. I might pick up when I get back home. I'm always picking up extra work or whatever. But I officially am off until next Thursday. So I worked yesterday, man. Them hours was killing me. It was killing me yesterday. Probably because I knew I was going to be off until next Thursday. I'm like, this the last few hours. That 12-hour shift yesterday with my behind. It was dragging. And then all kind of shit was popping off at work. Uh-huh. Oh my God. The babe done went live, y'all. Anyway, I wanted to tell y'all about that. Now we can go live over at Babe Nation. We can and go laugh, guys. So I'm gonna come back to I'm gonna come back. I wanted to just tell y'all that, and it was funny, but we're gonna talk about something else when we come back. Um we're about at an hour and 11 minutes. That's a good time for the live. So anyway, y'all, we gonna go. I'm gonna go on and hop over to Babe Nation. I'll see y'all over there in a minute, and then we're gonna come back and everybody don't have your expertise. I would hate for a medical professional to leave the scene if I was in need. That's true. That's true, Fedora. I agree. So I try to do the right thing, y'all, but it's this shit is scaring me and it's blowing me. I am like tripping. Oh, so we were okay. So we was so listen, and guess what, December baby? August the last weekend in August is our last weekend having to do every other weekend. I'm going on every third weekend, and I think that amounts to like once a month. So I'm after August. So at the end of the summer, I no longer have to work every other weekend in my contract. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna and Tweety's off, so we're gonna just kick it today. I know she's gonna come back and talk to me. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go hop over to Babe Nation and we'll be back. Okay. Peace.